everyone. This is your girl Gine, and I'm gonna talk about something we usually struggle with. And this is not just something I'm talking because I've studied about it or I've heard about it. It's something I have actually faced, and I'm still trying to improve it. You can say. So this is coming from a real people pleaser. People pleasing has been something I've struggled my whole life with. It's like it's deeply engraved in me. I'm currently 21, and these 21 years of my life, I have been deeply, uh, you know, I have deeply engraved people pleasing in me that everything I do, I end up looking for like what they will think, how they will feel, what if they might not like it. So I always think of everything from people's perspective rather than about myself. And maybe it's because I am the eldest sibling and I have always been the person who is the peacemaker of the home, who ensures that everything goes well, nobody is fighting, nobody is having clashes among them. So I guess it's because of that I'm like this, but that doesn't mean I cannot get rid of it. So I actually started following a lot of creators, and after watching the videos and after watching multiple videos, like after a long time, I came to a conclusion that it's not something I can get rid of it, or it will be completely vanished off. I can vanish it off completely. It is something which has built upon me, like thoda thoda karke. So if I want to get rid of it, I will need time, I will need lot of time to get rid of it. So I will do it step by step. Started saying people no, like just two letters, but it holds a lot of value. If you start saying no to people, even for small things, you will actually develop in yourself that you don't have to care about other people, about what they think or about what they perceive things as. You can think about yourself, like you are a creature of like 2011, whatever your age is, and you are living with your own self. And if you're not thinking about your own self, you are actually belittling yourself. You're actually making yourself look small in front of those people. From a longer period of time, I had compiled, I have accumulated this in my mind. I have accumulated a lot of things I've done for people while I had said yes to them for stuff which I didn't want it to do, because I didn't wanted them to feel bad about it, or I didn't wanted to disappoint them. So to stop disappointing people, I started disappointing myself, because I thought it was good enough. I could handle myself, but I couldn't handle what people think of me. But to change that, I started saying no to small stuff. I won't say that I have completely succeeded in that and I can directly, abruptly say no to anyone, but you need to try. होगा ना, बूंद बूंद से सागर होता है. Same thing applies here. You need to start saying no to small things, even for like someone asks you for an outing, and if you don't want to go just because you don't want to, say no. So you need to put this in your mind. You need to tell yourself that it's okay, I can say no to people, and I don't have to care about what they think of me. I'm me and they are them, so I don't have to think about other people. It's their choice what they have to think about me, because at the end, even if I try to make everything work, at this end some people, they will still think bad about me, right? So I cannot control their minds. What I can control is what I think, what I perceive of myself. So I will work on it, and I will say no to people. If I don't want it, I don't want it, and I will learn it little by little, step by step. Second thing I would say is mindset. Okay, mindset is a very game changing thing. You would have seen people who have succeeded in their life, who are not a people pleaser, and they speak their mind without thinking about other people. And why do you think they're able to do it? Because of mindset. The mindset they have, which tells them that they have the control of their mind, they have the control, they have the control of their choices, what they want to do, what they don't want to do. They don't have to think about people, and for that they have created a mindset which only focuses on leveling up, not thinking about, oh, they think of me that I am rude, oh shit. They don't think like that. Okay. For example, like I will be having my exams in few months. So for that, I had created this in my mind that I have to prioritize myself for these few months because I'm doing it for myself, for my family, for everyone. So right now, if I focus on my family issues from my other issues, then what will happen? I won't be able to focus on the most important thing, which is my studies. So for doing that, I have neglected everything, or you can say I have kept everything like backwards, or from a place where I cannot see. So I have strictly informed my family to not to, involve me in any of these things or family activities like functions, to involve me in stuff like that. And I usually try not to get involved. Okay, so when I'm studying, I usually do not get involved in any of these things because I know I need to prioritize myself. So I had created a mindset that I want to prioritize my studies. So when it's about my studies, I do not help my mom in household chores, and I do not help my siblings to study also. Now I know that you might be thinking that you have to because it's your responsibility. But let me tell you something. If I help them right now, I won't be able to help them in the next 10 years when they will be solely dependent on me. Because what I am, this time it's a crucial phase for me too. If I focus, if I work hard, and if I study well, I will be able to help them, to support them in future, which I'm not able to do properly right now. So rather than supporting them in broken parts, I would be able to support them more properly in future. You need to build a mindset which only thinks about you, does and it does not think about people outside of you. Because if it's like, for example, अगर तुम अपने बारे में छोड़कर दुनिया के हर एक इंसान के बारे में सोच रहे हो कि वो कैसा है, ये कैसा है, वो कैसी है, वो कैसा है, देन लेट मी टेल यू कि तुम कैसे खुद पे फोकस करोगे। बिकॉज कोई इतना फ्री नहीं है कि वो तुम्हारे बारे में सोचता फिरे, राइट? सबके पास बिजी है, सब बिजी हैं, सब बिजी हैं। ओके, सो यू नीड टू फोकस ऑन योर सेल्फ। इग्नोर पीपल, दो बातें बोलेंगे और भूल जाएंगे। But what about you? It's your whole future, it's your whole thing, and you're not doing it. Why? Because you are thinking about people, overthinking. So let me tell you that most of the times when we are thinking that we don't want to do something, but we end up doing, why? Because they came up to me and they said, can you give me your notes? And right now I don't want to say yes. Why? Because it's my hard work. They never paid attention to the classes, and I don't want to give my hard work to someone who actually never, invested their energy and time in it. So I don't want to do it, and it's my personal choice. But I don't want to sound like a nerdy rude person to that person, so I will say yes to right now too. But now I actually have a control over it, and I know how to control it when I'm having it in the present moment. So I know what can I do to prevent it, or to control it, reduce it, etc. So for that, I used to had this fear that if I actually stop thinking about people, like what they feel, they will actually leave me and I would be alone, which I never wanted to be alone. I wanted, I had gotten this thing in me that I didn't want it to be alone. Because if you are alone, you don't know, you don't want to sit alone and eat something, you don't want to stay alone when people are chit chatting. But by the time I realized that what matters most is my mental peace. If I have the mental peace, I can stay alone, and it's not bad. Okay, there's a difference, a thin line of difference between staying lonely and staying alone, and I've learned it. When I learned that you can be happy when even when you are alone. Lonely is when you are, sad about it. When you are, you don't have someone around you, you are all by yourself and you're feeling sad about it. But if you're alone, you can enjoy your own company. It doesn't mean you have to be sad about it. And I actually started enjoying. So I stopped going for people who used to hamper my mental peace, or who used to make me choose things I didn't want it, which actually helped me stop people pleasing. Because I always had this in me that I need to do good things for people, for make them feel good about themselves, that they stop talking bad about me, or they, should pity me, should sympathize with me, leading to, actually being good friends or stuff like that. And I know many people do it, and I won't say that I have completely gotten out of it, but I have, had my brain realized it, that it is okay for me to stay alone rather than being with someone will not value me and my choices. Eventually started staying alone. What I did was I didn't want any drama. So I stopped meeting those people. I slowly stopped communicating with them, stop over explaining things to them, because if people like you, if they understand you, they you usually don't have to explain things to them. And if they don't care about you, then there's no point to explain anything to them, right? So I applied it here, and I stopped going after those people. I started enjoying my own company. I started focusing on myself, and I stopped thinking about how sad it will be if I have to stay alone. I stopped thinking about it. I only focused on myself, and now also we interact, but it's like minimal hi, hello, and I'm okay with it, completely okay, because I now have my mental peace. And let me tell you, from the time I have stopped going after those people, I have actually, my mind is very peaceful. I don't have to think about unnecessary drama or stuff like that. I don't have to unnecessarily go after people and please them. I don't do that anymore. I don't go after such people. I go after people who are like minded. I go after myself. I focus on myself. There are tons and millions of people in this world, but apart from your family who actually cares about you, it's only you. So you need to value yourself. Now tell me, if your own self don't value how you see yourself, how you dress up, how much you care about yourself, tell me who will do it. Let's take an example. Miss Pumpkin. She's busy, very busy, okay? But then just because she got a call from a friend who was asking her, to for an outing, okay? And you know why that friend of her was asking her for outing? Because she didn't had other friends, they were busy, so she called her as in substitute for other friends. And this Miss Pumpkin says yes to this girl because she also didn't had any friends, and she wanted to be friends with people. She was desperate, and the desperation led to go after her, go after that girl and say yes to it. What it did, it directly showed the other person that you don't care about your own self, you don't have a self respect, you don't value your own self, because you said yes to someone who was seeing you as a substitute, you know so you need to actually value your own self. How do you perceive yourself? How do you think about yourself? It's more about like, how do you see yourself? If you perceive yourself, if you care about yourself, if you understand yourself, if you try to focus on yourself, people will actually value you, because they will see that you like yourself, you love yourself. So they will to know that if they try to harm you by saying something they should not, or trying to make you agree for something you will not agree to it, or if it will actually harm your self-esteem or your self-worth, you will not say yes to it. It will actually make them back off from the bound. So for the key to stop overthinking is that you need to start valuing yourself. If you value yourself, nobody can cross that boundary. Nobody can cross that boundary and go after you, and make you feel like an absolute dumb to say yes to people for things you don't want. And trust me, if you value yourself, people will value. And that's it for the video, guys. If you liked it, please drop a comment, and please like and subscribe the video. And if you want me to make video in any other topic of your choice, please write it in the comments. And I would say that please stop being a people pleaser. Take it as an order, take it as a request, but stop being a people pleaser. I know it will take time, but give it to yourself. So bye bye.